What a great win. Any Big 12 win is a great win. Love it in front of our fans. We knew that TCU would come out and shoot the three well. They run that motion offense, so they basically are playing with 5 guards, and it's difficult for us to keep them in front of us and not have to overhelp to where they can't get those threes off. We need to do a better job, clearly. I thought that, guarding the three-point line, and then our press. I thought our press hurt us quite a bit, and we let them get some shots on the end of it, especially in the third quarter when we had a lead and we could have maybe extended that lead a little bit. They were scoring it at will, and so we were trying to get our kids to just keep them in front of them instead of rotating. But we can get better at that for sure. I thought we did lock down a little bit better in the fourth quarter, and then struggled to score, but found a way to hold them off and to win. So huge hustle plays. I thought getting on the floor after loose balls was fantastic by Logan. I thought Jazzy really stepped up. First of all, she had 5 steals. Secondly, she ended up guarding 21 for us to get her to slow down a little bit. And then obviously she scores the basketball really well. And so she was a big-time player tonight. But what a great, great crowd. I cannot emphasize that enough. If you don't put anything else on the news, please put that piece on it, because we need that. We need that help. These girls are super fun to watch, I think, and super fun to coach, and they're just going to get better and better. And our home crowd gives us that edge, and they certainly helped us tonight. And I just want to thank everybody that came out.
Jazz, you scored 7. Logan, you scored 6 in that second quarter comeback. Can you kind of just talk me through what was going on the bench, on the court, everything and all that?
I think our biggest thing in the second quarter was we have to get stops. We can't continue to trade baskets. And offensively, we was getting the looks we wanted. We just needed to finish. And so when we settled down offensively and started executing and finishing and then getting stops on the defensive end, that's when we started to make our comeback. And that's when we started to really, know, okay, yeah, we got them rattled and we're settled in the calmness. And so we got them right where we want them.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think a lot of it, especially for me personally, it was just like about settling in, my first start and everything. And so I just feel like once I got settled in and like realized the situation, like we had a lot more urgency on both sides of the ball, and we were able to be aggressive and get some really good looks at the rim.
And then Coach talked about the fans. Kind of just talk to me, how impactful were they this game?
Very impactful. I mean, even when we was making the run in the second quarter, all you hear is like, let's go, let's go, let's go. And so that just fuels you even more. And then coming out of the half, them having the same type of energy, you cannot go out there and not make them happy. And so just feeling that energy, it just makes you play harder.
Absolutely. They definitely give us so much energy, and it's like so fun playing in a crowd like that. Like, I don't even know if they realize how much like their energy, like we want to match their energy. And so they're feeding us energy, and then we're just like, all these good things happen, so it's really fun playing in front of a crowd like that.
And then you both being so young, a second year and a first year, kind of just talk me through the progress that's gone from the first conference game to this conference game, getting to a 5-4 record.
It's all, like you said, it's progress. There's always a journey. With me, this is my second year, so I've been in conference play before. And so I understand the ups and downs, but at the end of the day, we have to stay together as a team and understand we're going to face adversity. But if we come together, then nothing can come between us. And then for Logan, this is her first year, but, you've seen the improvements each and every game for her. So I always tell her, be you. Be aggressive. You're doing great, because she is doing great. She is the key to us every single game, so I'm so proud of her.
Thank you, Jazzy. Yeah, I just feel like just taking it game by game, like I've had to, just be patient with myself and just like accept the challenge and just like adjust to the learning curve that I had to make. So like I just think with me staying patient, like I've never once like thought about giving up or just like staying down on myself for too long. I'm always thinking like what can I do better? Like how can I improve? Like what can I do next time? So I just feel like now it's finally really getting to show, and it like makes me happy, but I know I can't get complacent now, and I have to keep working and stay hungry.
I got a couple questions for Coach. Just TCU, they shot the ball pretty well just throughout the game, but in the last 7 minutes ago, I think they're only held to 3 points, and they missed eight of their last 9 shots. Just what did you see from your team that allowed you guys to play such good defense there at the end of the game?
I think we had some urgency, obviously. I think, whenever I think they tied it you know, I think our kids understood that like it wasn't really about the offensive side of it. Like we had to get stops. We had to quit letting them have opportunities to stay in the basketball game, and give them a shout out because they really shot the ball well. 13 for 20 from the three is tough, but we've got to do a better job of just, like I said, having that urgency and guarding off the dribble a little bit better so that we don't have to rotate to help. So I thought that our kids just played with more urgency.
Bailey had a pretty good game as well. She scored pretty good. She scored well and rebounded the ball pretty well. Just talk to me about her contribution.
Yeah, I thought Bailey was really solid. I thought, in fact, the last 2 games, I think Bailey's been really solid. Against Houston, she didn't score it well, but she defended really, really well. And tonight, I thought she defended well. She scored it when she needed to. She rebounded the basketball well. She gives us a calmness. I think she's really getting more comfortable in the point guard position and leading us. And I thought she did a really good job tonight.
I got. Yeah, this is for both of you. Just you, four of you guys, including the 2 of you, ended in double figures, and you seem to guys want to spread the ball around a lot. Is that something you guys intend to do every single game, or is that something that just kind of happens?
I mean, Coach has always said it when we have players on our team that can like spread the scoring. We're a great basketball team, and so when you have multiple players on the court that can score the ball, I mean, the defense has to pick their poison on who they want to guard. And so all 5 of us on the court are really just playing with confidence and having confidence within each other because we know what each other are capable of doing.
Yeah, I just think our coaches emphasize to us all the time, like, we're so much better when we're sharing the ball whenever we have high assist numbers. So we have to take that and really listen to that and get that ball moved around, and the ball's going to find the player who needs to score in that moment. And so that's what happened tonight.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Okay, I'll see what they're doing.
Coach, what'd you see from Logan to give her the start tonight?
You know, I think Logan just gives us great energy, and she really gives us a mismatch on the perimeter. Her body is strong enough that it creates a mismatch against certain defenders, and then her quickness is just so explosive. So I just think her confidence is growing more and more and more. I knew that she would be able to defend in the full court the way we wanted her to, but she's really starting to understand the offensive piece of it now, and when we have another scoring threat as well, I think it just helps us. So, you know, we thought she'd been playing well. She practiced really well, and I think the more that we can have that internal competition within our team, the better it's going to keep us from being complacent.
You touched on the fan base and how impactful that was, but that second quarter surge, can you just kind of talk me through what maybe coaching changes you made and stuff like that and how that crowd helped you in that moment? Yeah,
I thought at the end of the first quarter, you know, I kept my composure for one thing, and we really did talk about it. Like we talked about, like, hey, we're getting the right shots. Like there weren't adjustments that we needed to make as far as the shots that we were getting. We just needed to make them, and we were being a little bit soft, I thought, on some paint touches that we got. We weren't being really strong with the basketball and going up and scoring, and then even on our threes that we were shooting, our feet weren't necessarily set, or you know, we just didn't get the bounce. But I thought that our kids really bought into understanding that our press was affecting them without turning them over, really, because they were pretty gassed in the second quarter because we were playing at a really good pace. And that's what we want to do, is not just press to turn over, but press to keep the pace going. And then when we get a stop, to be able to push it in transition and make them have to run every possession. And I thought our kids really did a great job of that. And you know, that's what fans like to watch too, is a faster game. And so I think it gives our kids a lot of energy and confidence when they get a stop and they're pushing it in transition, because you can almost hear the crowd building up, right? Like, what's going to happen. And sometimes it's fantastic and you hear this huge roar, and sometimes it's oh, that didn't go quite as well. But I love the fact that we're getting where we can play like that. And you know, like if we can shoot threes in transition, we've got to get better at getting paint touches in transition and not settling for just, you know, setting up the offense every single time.
And then it's your first back-to-back win in conference play this season. How momentous is that for you guys going on the road this next week?
Yeah, it's huge. First of all, it's huge just for our mentality, right, to be able to put back-to-back wins together. But secondly, at home, we have to protect home court. We've already seen that it's really difficult on the road, and we haven't been very successful there yet. So we've got to protect home court. But I do hope that it gives us a little bit of confidence, this little break that we have. I hope it allows us to get our legs back under us, help us fix a couple of things that we feel like we can do a little bit better, and then hopefully we can go put back-to-back wins on the road together. Thank you, guys.